Lemon face.
Ah.
Lion face.
Ooh.
No,
I mixed them up.
they're mixed. Lemon face. Lion face.
Ah.
Lemon face.
This is Brady and Joe's podcast about them watching movies. Each episode they talk about the film the other chooses. They're not the worst. They're not the best. The Super Film Quest.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Super Film Quest. I'm Joe. That's Brady. Right?
I'm nice and warmed up, yeah.
All right, yeah.
Ready to go.
I'm feeling good. I feel strong. Feel limber. Hey, joining us today is Josh again.
Hi, guys.
He's kind of in like a producer role now.
Yeah. I brought my fancy headphones.
You're like rocking the mixer.
Yeah, this is for you guys. I'm
Thanks,
gonna make
man.
you guys sound magical.
Today, we're talking about a movie, right?
Not just any movie.
Brady's pick from last week. What movie did you pick last week?
Summer with Monika.
Summer with Monika.
Monika with a K.
Oh, with a K.
Directed by Ingmar Bergman, 1953.
Yeah, that's old, huh?
It is.
That's from a long time ago. Why'd you pick the movie?
I like Ingmar Bergman a lot.
Oh, you do?
And this wasn't considered one of his major works.
I've never seen any of his work, I don't think.
I've seen probably, I would say, 75% of the films that are considered
Really?
his major ones, I guess.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know you were
and there
such
are a lot of them.
I didn't know you were such a Bergman man.
I think he's my favorite director if I had to choose.
Really?
Yeah.
So Summer with Monika. If anyone's listening who hasn't seen that movie, should we do a recap?
Yes, that
As
sounds like a
your
very good idea.
producer,
Oh, Josh. Yeah.
I would do a recap.
A recap?
first. Yeah.
Okay.
So then
Fir-
everyone knows what you're talking about, and then
Yeah. First, like, should we go back? Should we start over or
yeah.
no? You
Well,
mean-
we're at the beginning.
Oh, well, yeah.
We're at A. Let's mosey on over to B.
Everybody be cool. This is
Super Film Quest movie recap.
any of you fucking pricks move, and I'll execute every motherfucking last one of you.
So
All right.
it's the summer, and there's Monika.
No.
Oh no. Oh.
No. First, we set the stage. It is late spring.
Okay.
They said it in the movie. They did.
Well. Okay. Yeah.
And then it becomes summer.
Oh. Okay. So it was spring, and then it's summer, and then there's Monika.
Yeah. The seasons are in the same order as they are in the United States as they are in Sweden.
Ruling out all chance of it being a sci-fi movie.
Yeah. Yes. It seemed
Right off
very
the bat, they're like, this not going to be that kind of roadie.
not a sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
All sci-fi movies don't follow the order of season rules. That's the first indication.
Oh, it's 3 space winters.
Anyway.
3 space winters with
So-
Monika.
So there's this guy, Harry, and he meets this, like, human cyborg.
No, it's
type-
a girl. It's a girl, I think.
Oh, she was a full girl.
She's just a full human girl, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's like hanging out in a bar. They're in Sweden. The movie's Swedish. The most Swedish movie I've ever seen, actually.
It's up there for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, so yeah. So Harry's in a bar, just hanging out, being all Swedish. There's like 3 or 4 old dudes there drinking. And he meets Monika, this girl Monika.
Yeah.
She asked for a light, and he was trying to light her a cigarette for her. And he used like 6 matches. That was kind of a cute moment, right?
Yeah.
was
Out of
very,
all the people in that bar, there was the old guy and Harry, and Monika chose to chat it up with the most age-appropriate one.
Well, yeah.
Big surprise.
Maybe she's already slept with all those old guys before.
Oh, maybe.
She's like, oh, who's the new fella?
Let me try something new.
Fresh blood, fresh meat. So, yeah, they meet each other, and then I have a lot of feelings on this, but I said we do the recap, and then we go back.
Yeah, I'm still
get back to their
recapping.
feelings,
All right,
so-
they decide to see a movie.
Yep.
Monika was really affected by the movie. Harry was like, this is great that I'm
Yawn.
with this chick, Monika, at this movie. So, Monika's home life isn't that great. Harry doesn't really like his job. So,
Monika's job isn't that good either. Monika's
yeah.
she's getting like molested at work and stuff.
Yeah, that's also
Granted,
bad.
is she like a babe for like the time, you think?
I thought she looked very good at points. I thought she was kind of funny looking.
Though she was a little mannish at times.
I thought that, or I guess I assumed that she was very 1950s Sweden hot.
Yeah, okay.
I made that. even when I thought she was kind of funny looking at times,
Yeah.
again, I just kind of assumed that was the case.
Kind of like Girl Next Door, but the crazy girl next door. She's kind of a rebel. They
Yeah.
kind of make it a point to like show she's a rebel. She smokes cigarettes and she drinks beer. They were both pretty young, too. It seems like they were like 18, 19 years old, I believe, right?
Yeah, they said Monica was 18, Harry was 19.
Oh, boy.
So,
They kind of fall in love.
yeah.
Their lives aren't going that well, and they decide we should run away together. Or is that how it happens? Or Monica
Yeah, I
first?
think Monica really pushed for it because Harry was hesitant. So, Harry
Hesitant Harry.
had the genius idea, let's take my dad's boat. It was his dad's boat, right?
Pretty shitty boat, yeah.
Yeah, especially to live on.
I know.
I can't believe she ran away and changed her life for that boat. That was the first thing that came to mind.
She probably pictured this huge, awesome sailboat.
Yeah.
Live on his dad's boat.
Oh, my God. And he's
Wow.
going to take me away in his dad's boat.
We're going to, like, see the world. And they make it to, like, not even that far away. They make it to, like, the shore. All right, so you're in, like, the marshes now. All right.
Seagulls.
Oh, here we are. This seems like a nice sustainable spot, for like living.
Yeah. So they kind of settle down. It's no longer than, like, a week or so, is it? But they show them falling in love and getting all sexy, and apparently she gets knocked up. That's what happens when two people have sex on a boat.
And she instantly knows it.
Yeah.
I think it was the motion of the ocean, I believe.
Oh,
is what
true.
I'm saying. It was probably
That's what they call it. Yeah.
So that's not a saying. That's how people have babies. Is they have to be on the boat in the ocean.
If the boat comes a rocking.
It was more of a river, though. It wasn't so much of an ocean.
No, it wasn't even close to.
There wasn't
was, like,
any waves.
There was no way. I'm thinking they didn't have like a boating license to film this, so they're like, oh, just take it out for a spin real quick. So, not much happens. They start to live like a lifestyle. They're like stealing bread.
They run out of money. They run out of food. They run out of patience.
Oh wow, well put.
She tries to steal some food, like some meat, and she gets caught.
Some meat.
And then
I'm
she
stealing your
runs
meat.
away, and they come back. They decide that Harry needs to get a job and go back to school,
You need to get a job, Harry.
raise the baby.
They they essentially grow up very quickly, and they live. Just Harry's going to work every day. She's at home, unhappily, I might add. She's at home.
Yeah,
and
she doesn't have anything to do all day.
She's raising the baby. She's still as impatient as she was back on the island. She's just, or the shore, the marsh, wherever they were,
The island.
down at the docks. But she wasn't happy with Harry. Harry's working hard every day. He has a new job sharpening tools at the construction company. I don't know. We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Harry's working hard, and then he comes home early from a job site, and Monica has another dude in there with her, so she was cheating on him. The baby was sleeping somewhere, I guess, right?
The baby was with the aunt
Oh, with
during
the
this
aunt.
period.
There was an aunt somewhere. We left it out of the recap.
So that let Monica gave her time to hit the town.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever met a teenager with a 90-year-old aunt before? That was the oldest aunt I've ever seen in my
Could have
that
been
was
a great
aunt. Yeah, it had to be a great aunt, right?
Yeah. She seemed pretty great.
I did not realize they were kids till the guy's dad came home.
Oh, really?
I thought that was his house. I'm like, why is his house decorated like that? I swear to God, I thought it was his house. I thought they were like 40, and I know they were kids.
Got lost in translation. There's a
Yeah.
lot of reading. If
Well,
you
yeah.
Don't know.
I mean,
if you don't speak Swedish.
No, Swedish, yeah.
Is that what they speak?
Swedenia.
I feel like by the time the
Sweet
end of the
Dutch.
movie came around, I picked up on it. I think I could speak it.
Oh, really?
well.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I could understand it. pretty
That's
well.
true. I couldn't write it or anything.
Yeah,
but
I didn't practice speaking it
there's
yet.
only like 6 words. In Swedish, it's so like droll sounding. I know like people say English is like sing-songy, but Swedish is like it's just very
Really?
It's all the
I
same.
thought some of the syllables sound harsh. Abrupt and harsh.
There was not like German harsh,
Yeah.
but like Harry. She would say instead of Harry, Harry. So yeah,
Yeah, learn how to talk.
learn how to talk, stupid. Learn how to chew some gum too. She chewed her gum like a horse.
Learn how to not abandon your child.
I think the gum thing is worse. Abandon my
I didn't
child,
even
but I'll be
notice the gum
damned if you
thing.
chew gum like a horse.
All right, so what else do we have from the general
General-
plot?
That's kind of it, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Well, she
So
leaves.
recap.
Harry's
Oh, yeah.
left with
Recap
the
of-
baby.
recap of the recap.
And he's
is, they meet in a bar. They fall in love for an obnoxiously long time.
They run away together.
Then she goes batshit bananas and changes her attitude and starts sleeping with other dudes after they had the most magical of summers and leaves him
Yeah.
with the baby. Yikes.
The
What
end.
what a drama.
True.
Yeah.
No sequel to this, right? Funny enough, no sequel.
Yeah, there's a sequel called
Winter Without Monica.
The Two Monikas.
The two Monicas.
The winter of Monica's discontent.
It's her like riding a motorcycle and stuff. She's just like the craziest girl ever. Punching people and stuff. That'll be 50 cents for toll, ma'am. Boom.
Well,
So general thoughts, Brady. You picked the movie. What are your general thoughts?
I liked it
on
a
the
lot.
movie.
It
Yeah.
wasn't like a typical Bergman film, I guess. I mean, there were a lot of similarities, but usually Bergman characters are more introspective and kind of, I don't know, more in touch with their feelings and trying to deal with it. This was a case where the characters were kind of trying to escape and run away with it, and these were obviously younger characters. He usually deals with, more mature characters that have lived their lives and
Oh, okay.
are kind of have a better assessment of their problems. These characters had to deal with like a lot very quickly, and it was overwhelming for them. I thought he
Okay.
handled it well. It wasn't what I was expecting. It was bleak, like a Bergman movie usually is.
They are usually bleak.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I was expecting something different because I did read a review that said it wasn't like a typical Bergman. I saw
Oh.
there were a lot of similarities, but I get what they were saying. I thought this would kind of be happier, I guess, especially for in the beginning. I thought it would be.
Yeah, I was expecting like a love story myself, and
Well,
it
it
was.
was.
It was half a love story. No, it's a whole love. Sometimes love hurts.
Yeah, and just when I brought up the movie choice last episode, Josh,
Yeah.
I think his general impression based on the title and how old the movie was it would be some more sweet, I guess. And you said like Monica would be in a bonnet and everything would be great and everything.
True.
And I kind of felt like it directly worked against that because we did have the kind of idealized version of what Monica wanted life to be like, and she directly associated that with the movie that they saw or the movies.
Okay.
So I think that it was successful in that we got the opposite of that. I like that about the film, and I like my kind of unhappy endings when it's appropriate, and I think the trajectory of the movie kind of led up to that, and I kind of like where it left off.
Okay.
Those are my general feelings. Did I say enough?
No, yeah, that's general. Generally, a good opinion.
What about you?
I liked it. It was a little boring. It's from the 1950s. It felt like I was in school a little bit, but once I just like settled down, all right, you're watching this. It's not so bad. It's black and white. You don't watch many of these, and I don't know. I enjoyed it from there. I guess it was kind of funny looking back and seeing how old it is. Like the sounds are old. Like the fight scenes are so out of sync and weird and stuff. Monica's goddamn annoying. I wouldn't watch a sequel with her in it, I don't think, unless she's getting like kidnapped and tortured or something. But no, I'm just kidding.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just
what the
kidding.
hell.
I'm just kidding. It was pretty groundbreaking, this movie, I would guess.
It'd
I
be
don't know
better
for
if they were
sure.
breaking her fingers.
No, I'm over
Yeah.
that. There was like teenage pregnancy. There was nudity.
Yeah.
That's some major shit for 1953, 1954. I don't know if they're lax in Sweden, but in my household, nudity wasn't okay until like the 90s.
Yeah, with that stuff being directly addressed, I would think that it's probably something that was done before, but not often. And he was a major filmmaker in Sweden at this point.
Oh, he was? Okay.
I think I think that this was the film that kind of broke him through to the United States and got him kind of international attention in terms of
we do like our nudity.
the United States. We sure do.
America.
Let's get naked.
It's the 90s. Let's get naked.
In terms of, you mentioned that it struck you as old and kind of boring and you felt like you were in school. Like, have
Yeah.
you seen any movie, I guess,
No.
this old?
No, that was
or maybe that was foreign?
No, that was a compliment. I love. No, I'm just kidding.
I
do. That's the thing.
100% agree with the boring part. There were times of this movie that I was mad at him for making the movie, and especially when it took that turn when she went from super nice to super mean. I was like, so you're gonna make me watch these people rub their faces together for an hour, and then she's gonna be a total bitch, and there's not gonna be a happy ending either. I was furious watching it. Except for the one shot, and I think I know which shot.
What?
Do you know when she's in the bar and then she looks across the bar and then the background gets black and then it's the music and it zooms?
I
in
didn't
on
even
her
notice
face?
that. I don't
Yeah.
think.
Really, that was. I thought it was going to take a turn for the super weird, but she just turned out to be a real asshole.
She did, yeah, and we were just stuck watching her.
I mean, I bought into that turn because even though she was like very nice to Harry in the beginning and happy, she was very aggressive and she was making very rash decisions, and you know how bad her home and work life was. So she didn't strike me as very stable. So when things started to take a turn for the worse, and I don't think the turn was that abrupt. I mean, we got glimpses of it.
That's
and
true.
her turning to that extreme, and I felt like it kind of built.
Maybe I missed that because as soon as she stole that entire delicious, what was that cut of meat she stole
It
from
was a
that
turkey,
house?
I thought. Was it a
Was
turkey?
it? No, it was.
I thought it was beef.
It was some sort of beef. Was it a
Maybe
roast
it's
beef?
maybe it's some sort of animal we never heard of.
Wow, it
A
might have
1950s Swedish,
been. Yeah,
a Swedish flying boar?
yeah. Well,
You never had flying boar
it has
before?
antlers.
They even offered her food, too.
Yeah. Was that the first time she went wacko?
No, no way. She was, like, it
No,
always
I
came
mean
off.
towards. I guess you're right.
But it always
Maybe
came
I
off as
missed
her
it.
like being a rebel, though. Previously,
Yeah.
she was around a bunch of douchebags. Like her dad was an alcoholic. She was like molested at work, and there was all these goofy ass characters around her. So she was just lashing out. It's all she knows is to lash out at these stupid people around her. But when she's removed from that situation, she like looked like an animal with those rich people. Something that bothered me: how fast they fell in love. I felt like they went to the movies once, and she's like, "Oh, Harry, I love you." I'm like, wait, did time pass? Because they went to the movies, they fell in, or they went to the movies, they left the movies, and she saw a shirt that she liked in the window, and then they were on a bench, and she was cold. Was that all the same night, you think, or in a car? Where were they? The
Like
train
in
station?
terms of how much time passed between everything,
It felt like the same night.
I had trouble like following that exactly because it didn't feel like a whole summer passed. At some point, once summer was over, so
Summer with Monica was basically those 3 dates that they totally breezed through.
I
Or
don't
one
know.
date? Or maybe the date
Well,
was that
no,
long.
wait, no, the summer was on the boat. Right?
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
And that didn't feel like an entire summer. So I
Didn't
mean,
look like very nice weather either.
like time wise, I don't know.
Those 3 days they were filming.
And I wasn't paying that much attention, but I agree with you that it was very abrupt. I mean, she was looking for something like that, I think, as evidenced by what she said after they saw the movie, and
Yeah.
he's like, and she said like, "Oh, you're so nice. You're like somebody out of the movies." And I'm like, she's looking for somebody out of the movies, and this isn't going to stick if she's saying that sort of stuff right now, because I think she like idealized him way too soon and without enough there. You know what I mean?
Then their next date, he invites her over like for dinner. It's like, oh, just like we're a married couple, she says. So that's the same thing again. That they being Ingmar Bergman, he really was very straightforward. There was no like symbolism or anything. I'm not sure if that's just a sign of the times, just very straightforward. And I guess there was symbolism in certain things, but I don't know what I mean? It seemed very straightforward.
Symbolism in what way? I mean, I think he represented a lot of different issues and themes through their relationship and through the characters themselves in terms of what, like imagery on screen or anything being representative of stuff. I mean, that's not the it's probably in this film he wasn't I don't think that was really on display or anything.
Okay.
So
it doesn't always have to be though. It can just be a good movie.
Yeah.
I guess. Okay.
It was like a PSA for parents warning them about teenage hormones.
Don't fall in love too fast.
Don't look what happens to your uterus.
I mean, but the parents didn't really have any involvement with.
Did
no,
they show
I'm
it
saying
anything?
it's like that movie is like a PSA for parents.
They didn't even show parents in there.
Yeah.
Did they show what happened to her uterus in the movie?
Yeah, it's expelled a child and then.
Didn't show that though.
Yeah, got
Yeah,
pregnant.
so yeah.
She like never looked pregnant throughout the movie.
No.
Never once did they even show her with a belly. I don't think.
That's because they skipped a lot of time.
Yeah, you could tell they skipped time with those really those transitions. It's like 20 pictures of a beach and then a sunset and then a street and then a bird.
Yeah, there were like
And
random
now-
bursts of
yeah,
like,
it was, and I know there was for the passage of time, and I'm sure in 1950 whatever that was like, oh, these are some nice pictures on the screen. These are very peaceful. But now it's just transitions have come so far.
okay. I wrote notes on my phone and I'm looking for them and I lost them.
That's what you get for trusting technology. Ingmar Bergman didn't trust technology.
He sure didn't.
No.
I have a
All
list.
you need is a boat and some flying boar meat.
A boat, some sperm, and some flying.
Oh
Boat
yeah, and a
meat.
uterus
Then,
and a time machine.
but they were looking through. They were like, they got hungry on the boat because they don't have jobs and they're not. What the hell were they eating? They're not.
I thought that was a really realistic part of the movie on Bergman's part, where
Yeah.
these two human beings needed to eat
no,
to like live, and they got hungry.
Why did they choose a beach to live on? There's nothing but sand around them, and they're on an island. And how much gas was in that boat?
They-
had
Yeah,
a
it must
whole
have
summer.
full.
They never got any gas.
That was the point. Like they had no plan, they had no money. They just Monica more than Harry just
me, you,
wanted
and a boat
just
and
wanted to
unlimited gas.
escape. She didn't care where they went or how little of a plan they had or how dumb the plan was. Instant gratification, that's what she wants.
Was that it, or was there a plan too? Was she planning on this the whole time? Did she just want a child? That's what I thought towards the end, that she was just
But-
duping him into having a child.
I
Well,
don't
she
think so.
eventually abandons the child, but so that ruined that idea. But
think
I
it was
thought maybe
postpartum depression.
Maybe.
I
They
don't
kn-
think she was that excited to have the child to begin with.
But they never showed her being pregnant. Beats me.
The dangers of teenage hormones.
Oh, because when you're pregnant, you get super hungry.
Yeah.
When you're super hungry, you steal random meat from a rich person's house.
Yeah.
That's true.
And then when you do that, somehow Harry leaves. I thought Harry was with her. And then Harry left. She's like, where were you?
Didn't she run off a little bit or something and they were being chased?
She ran off and she sat down. And it looked like for a second they were going to have her sit there like all night. Because I thought it got dark. And then it got like bright again.
You're just going to sit here and be pregnant, see? We're going to call the cops, see? Wait, no, that's like a criminal voice, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mixed
see?
it up. Yeah, in Sweden, that's how they talk. What?
Sweden.
Don't they say "und" in front of things too?
What does that mean? No?
"Und ja, see."
"Und
Is that
ja."
the, who is
No,
that
yes,
Swedish?
yes?
No, I don't know. Is
See?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is that Swedish?
I don't know.
Und
What is
ja.
that? What is that?
Uh,
Oh, und I am.
and I am here for you, sir.
Sweden. I don't know.
I
I
am
don't know.
Switzerland und
I am Sweden. No. Where?
Sweden. Ja, Fjörgen,
Switzerland.
Stjörgen. Isn't that
yeah.
Swedish?
Sweden. I don't know.
The
I don't know
IKEA
how to do
furniture,
it.
is that Swedish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was cousin Sven Swedish in Ren and Stimpy?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he was.
He had his Yar of Sven, or what was it?
Yar? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell?
Cousin Sven never got anybody pregnant. What?
He lost his uterus in a fire.
This movie seemed kind of vague in like the outskirts of it. The two main characters, it's clearly all about them, obviously. But then, like everyone else, like their jobs, their home lives, they kind of breezed over that. Like they're supposed to have these horrible home lives. Well, she is at least.
Right.
And we see it once. And then Harry's dad's just sick. His mom died a while ago. So that we know. And then their jobs, where the hell do they work? Does Harry work in a mug factory, like a coffee mug?
I don't know.
Hey.
I don't know. He
Harry,
ships stuff?
We need a box of 316s. Like what? They're like model numbers. Like were they coffee mug model numbers? Like that's a round bottom 16 ounce. And then Monica.
No, not the number one dad cups, the cat face cups. What are you doing?
The number one dad's the 3694.
The thing is, like, Harry's, I guess it's his house and his dad's house, but it was much nicer, and it looked like they were kind of well off.
Okay.
And what also
there are pictures on the wall.
Signified me that Harry's dad kind of had a nice job. He's like, I had to go home because my stomach hurts. And now I'm in the hospital because my stomach hurts. It seems like it's an illness that a rich, well-off person could have and get away with.
Really?
But not like more like a working class, lower class who would have to go to work and work through it. He's like, I had to leave the office, my stomach.
Yeah, to get that over with, like the more poor people, it's got to be like full-blown Tiny Tim. Like, I'm not going to make it through the summer, Monica. Whatever you do, don't leave me. And it's like, gotta go. Was her home life that bad? It was noisy. I know.
It was cramped. I think we saw enough of it.
And then her dad came home and he was drunk, and she really...
She was busting his chops as soon as she had an attitude as soon as he walked through the door.
Yeah, well, he's always drunk. He seems happy, but...
He seemed pretty pleasant at first. I think there are two different types of Monica dad drunk.
He was really happy to see his wife.
Very charming.
Yeah, it was charming.
She turned him into the bad side, though.
Well, Monica's crazy.
And then he slapped her. I guess he slapped her. He flailed his arms towards her, and she was like, "Oh, you hit me too hard." But the fight scenes were terrible. So like she was like slapped on like the knee once.
Yeah, when he was
just holding her face.
And what? Yeah, he fought the guy that tried to set his dad's boat on fire. Right?
Yeah, he did.
Who the hell was that guy?
That wasn't
random.
That wasn't Lale, was it?
Was that the guy that was making comments when he was walking Monica home that one
that
time?
was
Yeah.
him?
That's
he was
Lale,
following
I
him?
think. Yeah.
I don't know his name. How do you know his name?
I wrote it down.
Drifter
Lale.
Lale?
Because I didn't know how to say it.
Just a drifter who hates boats.
Yeah. I was like,
Someone else is in my
fucking
neighborhood.
boat.
Man was meant to travel on land, not on sea.
Only Jesus Christ can walk across the water. You can't even ride your boat.
With your city magic.
You think you Jesus?
You get your city magic out of here.
Yeah, when he we poured like 7-Up on it and threw a match on it and it nearly exploded.
7-Up?
Yeah.
I guess they had booze out there. I don't know. Oh, they were drinking gasoline.
Thinking of beach moonshine and burning down all the boats that come ashore.
Then they got in the fight, and then by the end of the fight, the fire was out.
Yeah.
It just stops. Oh, thank God you only burnt my socks. I'm going to burn your clothes.
I mean, that's another thing. Like, they kind of were okay for a bit after that. Like, we saw shades of Monica crazy.
Yeah.
And her turning, like negative crazy, not, positive crazy in the beginning, kind of. And then we saw shades of negative crazy. But then they would kind of bounce back relationship-wise. But then it took a turn where there was, like, no coming back for Monica. And we knew that she was pretty, I don't know, terrible.
Yeah, she was unsalvageable.
Yeah. Blamed Harry for everything. I mean, Harry is working hard, trying to understand the Pythagorean theorem. You have a ways to go, Harry.
There was one.
Practical job skills. Pythagorean theorem. A C squared.
He was really taking that way too literally to really learn it. Like, no, like, look at the formula more. Pythag. I stink at math. Like,
When am I ever going to use this?
no, it's fine. I'll go to school. I'll learn math, and I'll save our family. Yeah,
I wish they gave us examples with coffee mugs.
That's all I know how to count.
That's the 418 coffee mug.
He's like, well, 3 trays of 418s plus 2 trays of 319s. It's the only way he knows how to math. How to math.
So I'm getting the general impression that you guys didn't really dig it that much.
I dug certain parts of it. I dug what it meant. I guess it seemed old, and it seemed old and important. No, like I liked. It seemed kind of groundbreaking with the whole teenage pregnancy and the nudity. I didn't know for sure if that was the first time, but for me, that's probably the oldest movie where I've seen nudity. And I've seen some pretty early '80s things before. Meatballs.
Yeah.
I've seen Meatballs.
I'm trying to think if I could think of another one, but not offhand.
Dune. Is Dune in the 80s?
There was nudity in that?
No, there's no.
No, this is the 50s. I was kidding.
I would rather watch Dune backwards than watch Summer with Monica again.
Scene for scene backwards,
Wow.
or just full blown backwards? Where
Yeah,
you can't
you can
understand
just put it on reverse.
Oh, really?
And I will sit through that.
It would sound just like this movie.
Yeah,
Swedish,
yeah,
'cause you
as
can't
far as-
understand
Yeah, speaking of, I
Sweden.
wouldn't be able to read anything. No, that's an overreaction. But seriously, Dune backwards over this. Yikes.
She's a pretty unlikable person. I'm
I
sorry.
there was just so much that was I didn't like. Not about how it was shot or anything about that. Just the story. The story was too much love, like weird love, and then it got really ugly.
Too much
It just-
forced love.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
I didn't buy it. I didn't buy the love, and I know I'm not saying they were in love. I wasn't buying the whole performance
Yeah, it was it
of
was,
love.
And
Wow,
also,
really?
I kind of blame myself because when I saw, I don't really know much about this director, to be completely honest with you. And when I saw there was a black and white movie and you suggested it, I didn't think that there's no way he's just going to make me watch some like tragic romantic comedy. I thought it was going to be like Eraserhead halfway through the movie. All of a sudden, it was going to go buck weird, and it didn't. And it stayed in a path that just made me depressed. I couldn't watch all the love anymore.
I think that's his point. Like, he makes very, very depressing movies. In terms of what I've seen from him, like, none of it really ends well, for the exception of one film, and that was just kind of an old man being content and ready to die. But,
The end of this
I mean,
movie-
Oh, that one sounds
I
good.
bought it in that I think that he never sold it as, like, this is what love should be, or this is what a functioning, loving, stable relationship should be built on. I think it was
Yeah.
flawed from the beginning, and I think the way he set it up with, they saw the movies, she kind of idealizes and romanticizes the relationships that I maybe that she sees in most movies, these kind of perfect love stories that always work out in the end. I think he, at least this is what I took from it, he established that in the beginning, and he was kind of working against that the entire time. And I think it said a lot in terms of why that depiction of love is kind of unrealistic a lot of times, even when, I don't know, real love works. I think that, I don't know, you say you guys didn't buy the whole love thing, and I don't think you were fully
I know
supposed to, and I think
Yeah, I don't think
that kind of kicked off what was problematic with the whole thing.
I don't know.
I don't think it was. I think it maybe it had something to do with my mindset going into it more so than how I felt watching it. I think I just wanted something else, not to just see what I did see
For me-
for a long time.
For me, I feel like my dislike for Monica grew so much that it kind of overpowered the rest of the movie for me. And all I could think about was how much I hated her and how annoying and grating and whining she was. And she was so mean to Harry. And she was just such a baby, such a child the whole movie. And she was so annoying. And I can't watch Breaking Bad because his wife, what's her name? Skylar. Because I hate Skylar so much. I watched like 6 episodes of Breaking Bad and I had to quit because I hated her. It's just sometimes.
Oh, you should have stuck with it, Breaking. It's good.
Really?
Yeah, it's good.
Like the 7th episode is good, or
Yeah, it's good. It's all good. Just watch it.
it's too stressful.
I just
I'd
recently
rather
watched the second half of the last season the
really?
other day. It was great.
See, get into it. Everyone.
It
loves
brought back
like
memories of when it was first airing and how exciting it was.
Really?
Yeah.
So, how would you compare Breaking Bad to Summers with Monica or Summer with Monica?
Breaking Bad is much more plot driven, and I think that it revolved more around a central character than this one did.
Really? Okay. Well, there you go. Okay.
And this one is also a TV show from the 20. What are we in? Yeah, the 21st century. And this was a film from
old.
Sweden from 60 years ago. So
yeah. That's a good job comparing them.
yeah. I mean, do you think that it was like a flaw of Bergman that he made her so unlikable? Because I think that's definitely what he was going for.
Yeah. It just kind of added to the whole, like sometimes the sounds there was just mayhem. Clusters of mayhem, I noticed. Like when she was at home, there was so many just odd sound effects and stuff in the background. And again, so many times I'm not sure if this is a sign of the times. I don't know many 1950s movies. Like, is the sound always just messed up and weird? Like they play the record and it's like, and it's all wobbly.
Oh yeah, I think that's a
scary
technology
and ghostly.
issue. And I don't know what's the
Spooky,
print that
though.
you guys watched, because you guys saw it on YouTube, right?
Oh, I got the YouTube print.
Yeah, I watched it off
300
Hulu. And
360p.
Dude, that's the highest definition. That's digital. We watched the digital copy.
That's true.
I assume it was taken off the Criterion Collection edition of the film, and they do their best in terms of finding the best print that exists of these films, these older films. They do their own restoration or something, or I don't know. They do some sort of restoration to try to restore it to the best version of the film that's possible.
The actual movie is a stage performance, though, right?
What do you mean?
It's done on a stage, right? The version you saw, Josh, it was just performed
Yeah,
on
yeah.
stage, right?
Yeah, there was a lot of dance scenes in the ones that we watched.
Yeah, it was it was on a stage, and there was
Yeah.
like there was a crowd. And stuff.
Yeah, and know what's crazy? Monica.
I don't think you guys
yeah.
watched the right one.
It was Monica was actually a guy in a suit, like a puppet suit, but there was no puppets here. It was bizarre.
It's weird. YouTube made me pay $12.99 a month.
Yeah,
to watch it.
crazy.
It said it won't show up on your credit card bill. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, that's weird.
This is weird for YouTube. No,
Wow. Maybe
no,
you guys
I'm just
should
kidding.
double check your sources.
Yeah, maybe. Summers with Monica.
Oh.
Hey,
It was a
Harry.
guy, wasn't it?
Monica. I felt like the real Monica. No, that never happened. That was just a joke. Monica looked sort of.
They would have never guessed that.
No,
I'm
no.
glad you cleared that up for everyone.
If we can't have a laugh track, I fought tooth and nail for a laugh track, but Josh's like, no, I'm the producer now.
I could put some in post. We'll test it out in post.
I want the exact laugh track from Family Matters.
Any specific episode
season 4?
Season 4?
Yeah.
Oh, when he goes through the coffee table.
Did I do
Yeah.
that?
Oh no, and he did the "Does anyone have cheese?" into the fall into the "Did I do that?"
What's
It
the
was
cheese
like,
thing? I don't get the cheese thing.
It's like that.
Nerds like cheese. Nerds are actually lactose intolerant.
Oh well,
I'll
maybe
I'll have you know.
lactose-free cheese.
Got any lactose-free cheese? Got any lactate?
Maybe he's making sure that they didn't have cheese.
Oh,
Because if you don't have any cheese,
listen, I love your daughter Laura, but this isn't gonna work if you guys are gonna store cheese in this house.
His first catchphrase was much longer, but then they shortened it. Got any cheese? Because I'm lactose intolerant, and it's difficult for me to even have it in the room.
guys, we seem to have gotten slightly off track here. So,
What kind of cheese did they have at Summers with Monica?
guys, since we're so off
Oh,
track.
they couldn't
Swiss
afford it.
cheese?
Oh, poor government
Swedish cheese.
Swedish cheese.
government cheese. Swedish government cheese. Great. Since we're so off track, I think we should do a side quest.
All right.
Yay.
That's a challenge for those of you at home who don't know what that is. I guess it's like a trivia question, somehow related to the movie that we watched.
Side quest.
Now, I have a question. It involves Sweden. You know, because the movie's in Sweden. The
Yes.
language was of the Swedes as well. So I ask you, there are a handful of bands from Sweden. I want to hear the top 5 grossing Swedish bands. Josh and Brady, you can both shout out names. The top 5 grossing Swedish bands
Can we
in.
be on the same team?
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
good. Oh,
we're
thank
supposed to do this
God.
together.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
good.
a joint challenge.
I don't have to go on this quest alone.
It's like a boss battle.
Okay, good.
Do you, weary adventurers, the top 5 grossing Swedish bands ever? And if it's not going well, I'm going to give you hints. I might sing and stuff. And
I think I probably can get what? We need to get 3 out of the 5.
no, all 5.
All
Jesus.
5?
How much
Okay.
time do we have?
We have somewhere around a minute, and
Okay.
it starts now.
All right.
Okay.
Hanson,
No, they're
No,
not.
they're not even Swedish.
Boys to Men, Silverchair.
They're Australian.
That's a better strategy than me.
Just name any Swedish bands, guys.
Oh,
First Swedish band that comes to your head.
Poison.
David Hasselhoff.
I don't know any.
Winger.
Don't you sabotage this apart. All right, it's time for hints.
Winger,
already.
Weezer.
All that she wants is another.
TLC.
Ace of Base. Ace of Base.
Ace of Base.
Ace
Yes,
of
that's
Base
one.
is one. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Wow. Good guess, guys. Listen to your heart. Something in there.
Oh my God.
No, I'm not even
Whitney
sure.
Houston.
I'm not sure if that's the right band.
This is really hard.
Kid Rock.
It must have been love over now. It must have been.
Cindy Lauper.
Twisted Sister.
2 girls, 2 guys. Switching hints. You can change your.
Oh, ABBA.
ABBA.
ABBA's
That's
one.
2.
Yeah.
ABBA Zabba. Love me, love me.
How many did we get?
2.
Oh God.
Ace
what
of
were
Base and ABBA. The 2, I could have got those in my sleep, guys.
I don't know where they were from.
Roxette. They were Swedish. I didn't know Roxette was Swedish.
No.
I didn't know they
You know,
existed.
she's got the look. La 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 la. She's got the look. And then the final countdown band. They're called Europe. It's the final countdown.
They should have been more specific with their band name, location-wise. I could have gotten it.
It's only one of what 13 continents. No, I'm just kidding. It's the planets. And then the cardigan. And then the Cardigans sing "Love Fool." The cardigan. You're wearing a cardigan.
I don't. That
Josh.
doesn't mean I don't.
How does Love
admittedly
Fool
know
go?
what that
I feel like you
band
guys sabotaged me.
is. No way, dude.
You embarrassed me.
Oh, the Beastie
honestly-
Boys? Was that another one?
I honestly
Were
have
they
no
6?
idea.
You know what?
Was that a hint?
Last time I crumpled this up because I was happy that you lost. And this just makes me sad today.
You lost my side quest.
No, not me.
Yeah, you did.
I got 7 out of 10. How many did I need?
No, I lost.
No,
I didn't all
Josh,
10?
Josh got all 10.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, you didn't.
Mm,
We recorded it.
mm,
We have it.
I don't know. Check the tape.
It's on last week's episode.
I can run the tape if you want me to.
No.
All right. Sorry.
You got like
well, I
3
guess-
right. I got like 7.
Well, I'm glad. We'll agree
All right.
to, agree to disagree.
Side quest total tally. Josh has 1 win. Joe and Brady are tied with 0 wins.
All right.
Bullshit. You didn't win. Whatever. Enjoy the podcast Summer with Josh and Brady. Because I'm out of here.
Do you have a boat?
I'm taking my side quest and I'm leaving.
I'm sorry. I honestly I had no idea where they were from.
Swedish? You guys don't know Swedish music?
No,
then?
man.
I have no
couldn't tell
idea.
you where most American bands are from.
Are the Hives from Sweden?
Maybe.
I could tell you where most
If you
American
do
bands are from
understand-
America.
well, I meant I'm more specific. Like
Sweden's a country.
whatever. You know what I mean?
It's not a state next to Minnesota?
Oh.
So, yeah, Summer with Monika. Wow. What a bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
I think she had a lot of redeeming qualities, like liking movies.
She did like movies. She liked the
liked-
blouse outside. She liked to lay in the front of the boat. It didn't seem safe, by the way. She was laying in the front of the boat. It was like, well, time to go. They drove away.
How else was she supposed to look sexy for the DVD cover?
That's true. Oh, was it on the cover?
Of the Criterion.
such
collection
sex.
is.
Sex sells.
And it's weird that they saw Dreamgirls, the movie Dreamgirls. Like,
What?
Yeah, I think that's more the time travel thing. Like, you don't know what how much time has passed and stuff because.
Where did it say they saw Dreamgirls? You heard it in the background?
No, she says that's the movie that they saw.
Really?
It was Dreamgirl.
Do they mention who's in that?
Eddie Murphy,
Who are the girls in it?
Beyonce,
Oh, they're not Eddie Murphy, are they? Okay. He's good at the whole
Jennifer
makeup thing.
Hudson.
Jennifer Hudson, that's who I was thinking of. Different movie, though, right?
I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, because they showed it on screen. It didn't look like Beyonce or Jennifer Hudson.
No.
And it was Swedish people trying to act like American people speaking in English with Swedish subtitles.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
It just
Yeah.
sounded American to me. I'm sorry. It sounded like English to
It
me.
sounded American to me.
Oh, God. I just said that.
I'm sorry, we have to part ways now.
It sounded Minnesotan to
We
me.
just gotta go. Yeah, they were definitely like they were trying to. I can't do the Swedish accent. I think we already been through this, but it was them
What was your
speaking
last?
English.
What was your
with
last version
Swedish.
like this? I'm Swedish,
Yeah, I'm
bro.
Swedish.
Hey, I'm Swedish.
I'm from southern Sweden, southwestern Sweden.
It sounds like Sammy Hagar at the end of a night. This is what my voice sounds like now when I'm just hanging out at home.
Right near.
This is my
Finland,
outside
Mexico.
voice.
Yeah.
This is my outside voice. That's what Sammy Hagar calls that pitch. It's outside voice time, Sammy. It's Crystal Pepsi time. So yeah, are you happy with your choice, Brady? Do you feel like you made the right choice? Do you feel like it gave us a deeper understanding of film?
Yeah, I liked it.
I
thought
definitely felt
it
like-
was a well-made movie, and I thought it was more complex character-wise than I thought it was going to be, and it raised a lot more issues than I thought. And it was actually darker than I thought.
Yeah, it
So-
was darker. I wouldn't expect such dark themes from such an early movie, but
Yeah, so I guess it was what I expected, and it was more in line with the Bergman films that I had seen previously. I thought we were going to get something a little different, but
What are other Bergman films? Fill me. I honestly.
The Seventh
this is
Seal.
The first time.
The Seventh
I've-
Seal gave us the image of the personification of death that Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey took from. So death wouldn't have looked like that if Bergman didn't.
I didn't see
do what he did in the Seventh Seal.
You talking about the Grim Reaper looking
Yeah.
guy?
Do you have
Yeah.
to see
Okay.
the first 6 Seal movies to know what's going on in that one, or no?
Heart 7.
Hard 7. The Seventh Seal. All right, what's like his most famous one?
The Seventh Seal is probably
Oh,
the
it
most
is?
famous.
What-
Yeah,
what year?
I mean, they're all Swedish. They're all foreign. He hit his sweet spot. Probably Seventh Seal was.
It's about.
I mean,
it's a-
57 was the Seventh Seal, and then he probably made his last, like, what's considered his great movies. Probably Fanny and Alexander was probably 82, I think. So
Fanny and Alexander.
yeah, and he kept making films, but
Were they all the same thing? Just a couple falling in love.
no, not really. Because Seventh Seal dealt more with death. Wild Strawberries dealt
about,
more with aging and regrets. A lot of the films deal with God, faith, people's personal relationships with faith, how they deal with it. Cries and Whispers deals with cancer. And then he has other ones that are, I guess, more upbeat, and I don't know if they're like musicals or anything, but I think Harriet Anderson is the one who played Monika, right?
Oh, I don't even know.
She's in another film. I think that's her name, and I think she's in another film called Smiles of a Summer Night, which is more upbeat. He has
Okay.
films like The Magic Flute, which I think is more of kind of play adaptation.
sounds-
We watched that one too. That one was weird.
Yeah, that was in the same. That was in the same website that we signed up for.
Yeah.
Oh, really? What was that about? Was that on a stage?
I can't remember, but I know that we had access to like 20 more sites once we bought the one site. So
Yeah.
I watched a ton of movies.
Oh, God.
It's crazy.
We know so much about movies now.
Yeah, I think I've seen nearly every movie.
I've seen pretty much every Pizza Man movie.
Yeah.
We're on a really big Pizza Man.
Yeah, I started on the
binge.
Burbs, and then it got super weird after that. Any movie with a pizza guy in it.
Yep. It's true.
Oh, did you see Big Sausage Pizza directed by Ingmar Bergman?
Yeah.
Ingmar Bergman.
Oh, that was him. I thought it. Yeah.
Does he go by Captain Stabbins? Sometimes or no?
Oh, yeah. That's actually the sequel to Summer with Monica.
Captain
It's on the same boat.
Yeah, he basically Harry in this movie was basically Captain Stabbins.
Yeah, I guess so.
They had like sex once. Or you know what? I think she got pregnant when he took his pants off that one time.
Really?
That's all it takes, I think. I didn't see them.
Pretty good aim, I guess.
I didn't see them have sex or anything. Just his essence. He's like
huge underpants back then too. That's just so
Really?
much.
She took
stuff.
it off.
Yeah, well, I mean,
sharp and pointy bras too.
Yeah,
Man,
why
they
would
look-
they do that?
I mean, I don't know.
I feel like underpants technology has come so far since
I'm
that.
very
time.
happy with my underwear these days. I'm glad I get to live in an era with these
Yeah.
underwear.
It's great time to be underpants wearer.
I think they went for comfort over style back then, but then
That's just
the
a
whole
lot
style,
of underpants.
the whole comfort thing came a long way where it kind of merged the two.
Thank
Their
God.
pants are really high though too.
How do you stuff that much underpants in your regular pants?
Their pants are real big. They're
They
like
did have-
wide.
Yeah,
They're just
huge
real
pants.
wide.
Maybe that's why.
They're short. I bet you could like look up his pants and like see up his underwear too.
Oh God.
They're like that big.
In the sequel, Monica runs away and becomes a famous underwear designer. Revolutionary, actually.
She changes the world of Swedish underpants.
Yeah, their tagline was, "It feels like I'm wearing nothing at all." That's The Simpsons was referencing that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
Ned Flanders.
it's all
Yeah.
coming together.
It's all coming together now. Her like skipping on those rocks when she was naked. I'm like, she's gonna slip and fall. Like, imagine falling naked.
You were just hoping she wouldn't.
no,
hurt
like, as
herself.
much as I hated her,
That would have saved Harry a lifetime of trouble.
That's true. But would she have died, or was she just scraped like everything up? She
Yeah,
would've
just
been
I was
scraped.
thinking like left her unable to have a bastard child that she's never gonna.
Oh
take care
no,
of.
she would just be
Just
scraped.
that kind of injury.
It would just be
not death.
No,
Whoa.
I'm just picturing scrapes. Like, do you ever like fall off your bike when you were a kid, and like you're scraped on like your shoulder, your elbow, your hand, your foot, just your whole right side is scraped.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm picturing just a big old like motorcycle scrape.
yeah. I got in a horrible bike accident
I'm
in
afraid-
front of your house when I was a kid.
Oh, that's true. I'm like afraid to walk from my shower to my bedroom naked, and she's skipping over rocks. I'm like, she's nuts.
Dude, reckless abandon, just how she approaches
That's
life.
just youthful exuberance,
Yeah,
you know?
hormones.
When you're ripping hormones.
You know, I'll just skip over these rocks, whatever. Just get me pregnant, whatever.
Wow, imagine being so young, carefree. It shows how old we really are now, guys.
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm okay with how old I am and what I've learned over these years because I have a complete and total grasp over the Pythagorean theorem.
And your dad's boat was way better than this guy's boat. You had a nice boat, and you had a cool jet ski too. Imagine Monica found you in a bar that's right on a harbor. She sees you pull up on your Sea-Doo, and then you
Everybody's
sit down
doing
next to her, and she's like, "Hey,
Sea-Doo."
do you have 20 wooden matches to light my cigarette? Because you seem to be having a problem." And then she has your hideous chud of a child, and then you never see her again.
Hideous chud of a child.
Yeah, but we always had that summer.
Yeah, wow.
We always had that theorem.
Tote her on your Sea-Doo.
The Pythagorean theorem?
Yeah.
I don't know it. Objects at rest stay at rest? No.
Yeah, that's it.
No, it's a squared b squared equals c squared.
Plus a squared plus b squared.
Yeah, what did I say?
You didn't say the plus.
Oh, the plus is silent. in the
If
Pythagorean
you don't say plus,
theorem.
then they're gonna assume multiplication.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have to have a better
Stop
understanding.
fighting. It scares me.
Sorry.
You guys look at Harry and Monica. Jesus.
Towards the end.
I assume with how fast Harry was progressing with his studies, he eventually invented a perpetual motion machine. What?
He goes to school for 17 years.
I'll show her. I'm going to make a perpetual motion machine and make $1 million. And our kid's going to go to the best schools you see. She's going to see, and she's going to be so mad. She's going to be so mad.
He's like, Pythagorean. Oh, God damn it. He just starts crying. I miss her so much. Though at the end of the movie, I know you're saying it would seem to be a sort of dark ending. It was very bleak. But the end of the movie, Harry came full circle, and he's looking at himself in that mirror.
Yeah.
And he's holding a baby, and he seemed happy with what he saw. I think. Would you say he was that happy with himself at the very start of that movie?
I thought he looked really pissed off and sad.
He did. And then
Yeah.
he went through all this, and he truly lived. Maybe Harry never knew what it was like to live. Like, you haven't lived until you've had, like, a really shitty girlfriend. Then that's like, I don't know. You know what living is after a really shitty girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah.
That, like, you know, shitty girlfriends who skipped on rocks naked and stole a fucking mystery meat. She was like,
She was a thief.
She was
stole
like-
that, yeah.
she lived like a bad guy Aladdin.
And you know, they caught her. They could have called the cops, but they sat her down at the table.
And then they
had
called the cops.
They had servants. Well, they were gonna give her some food. They
But-
weren't gonna call the cops. They
No,
were
he
gonna
called
feed her.
he called the cops while she was eating food, I thought.
Yeah. He was on the phone with the cops.
Was he on the phone?
Yeah,
No, I thought
yeah.
that they were just like,
No, the
listen,
dad-
you look really hungry.
The dad was on the phone with
I
the
understand.
cops.
Oh my god. See, I was having a weird movie watching night. I suppose I wasn't fully prepared to absorb an old 1955 movie.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Though I knew what I was getting into.
I was in the correct mindset, I would say.
Well, aren't you a regular Harry?
I guess. Wait, what? Yeah, I guess.
I just can't stand Monica. No, I'm just kidding.
I think you're supposed to. I mean, she had nothing
I felt like
redeeming about her. It's weird. Like, I don't think it was like some sort of. I'm trying to grasp like what Bergman was trying to say with it, because I didn't really feel anything for Harry. Like, I wasn't really that sympathetic towards Harry or anything. There was nothing to him.
He was pretty
really.
abusable.
Oh yeah.
I almost
Yeah,
wanted.
he
I almost
didn't
wanted to date
recover.
him.
Yeah, I would take advantage of
yeah,
him.
it was just always a creepy weenus, and I don't think he ever evolved. I disagree. I don't think he was happy with where. Maybe he was, but I thought he was still a creepy weenus.
Maybe
even
it was
when
him that wanted the
after
baby.
the whole ordeal.
Maybe it was him that wanted the baby. All that he wants is another baby. I think it's what Ace of Base was singing.
Maybe.
It's just Sweden is all about the babies. Weird. The 2 Swedish things I know. The 6 Swedish things I know. The other 5 being ABBA, Ace of Base, Europe, the Cardigans, and the other stinking one.
What are the Cardigans' views on babies?
The cardigan. It's tough to put a cardigan on a baby. Their arms aren't very useful.
That's true.
You need like less wiggly arms to put a cardigan on.
They'll
They
grow
look-
into
They
it.
look nice in them, though.
Yeah, babies probably look cute in a cardigan,
yeah,
right?
They look, yeah.
And then when they spit up, they probably miss the cardigan. It just goes right down the middle. Bleh.
Well, it depends if it has buttons. It's all nice baby stuff.
If a baby cardigan has buttons on it, it's probably just for show, I think.
Yeah, they're usually for show. Mine are for show.
Well, now that we're on the topic of
That's a
fashion,
baby one? Wow.
what'd you guys think of Monica's new coat that she bought with the rent money?
It was
Did
a
she
pretty
buy a
nice
coat?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't even notice.
I need a
think
new
she did,
coat.
though. Yeah, because he's like, we could be evicted every day because you bought a coat.
Didn't even show us the coat. The sequel should be called Monica's
That's
Coat.
really, I don't know.
Me and my coat.
It wasn't even about the coat, guys. It was about the broken home that he forced her to live into by implanting her with his stupid seed.
Grow,
On
grow.
that magical summer night.
My daughter will never understand math. Ever.
That was Monica's strong suit. She always left the tip.
Come back, teacher.
A squared plus B squared equals see you later, asshole.
Oh my God.
The math checks out.
I didn't realize she sounded like that.
Towards the end.
Towards the
Towards the- We should dub this movie.
Oh my God.
You be Monica, and I'll be Harry, but I'll do the voice of Shrek. Let's do it.
I'll be baby.
I don't even know how to do a Shrek voice either. I'd be like, what would Harry say to Monica? What's something he would say? Oh, get back in the boat, Monica. Get back in the goat, Monica. The boat, not the goat.
Get back in the goat.
Oh, God.
The goat boat. Wow. So, yeah, the general consensus, it's not really a general consensus. Brady liked it. Me and Josh were okay. We felt like we learned something. I feel like I'm a better person for watching it. Do you guys want to know what I picked for next week?
I'd love to know.
Since me and Brady take turns every week, since you went last week
Yeah.
and forced me to watch this, I actually selected it.
What? You're
And
going to get revenge on me?
It's stapled shut. No, it's not
Okay.
vengeful.
Yeah, why is it stapled shut?
The envelope, please.
Well, all right. Go for it.
Choose Mulholland Drive, directed by David Lynch. I've actually never seen it before.
Oh,
All
my
right.
goodness.
I've seen that before.
Have you seen it a bunch of times or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, then you'll.
Is twice?
Oh, that's not that much.
No, that's not enough for that movie. All right.
Oh, great.
It's not crazy. Is it crazy?
Yeah, it's absolutely insane.
Oh, is it really? I didn't
Yes.
know it was that crazy. I just see the reviews. It seemed
You didn't
interesting.
think it was that crazy? It's like the craziest movie of all time.
I tried to stay away from it. I don't know why. Maybe I thought I wanted to see it someday. I know nothing about it.
you know it's directed by David Lynch.
I do.
That
yeah,
should tell you
he's
enough.
crazy. He directed Blue Velvet. That was
Bluer Than Velvet Was the Night.
the one with Martin Lawrence in it, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
with the spice?
Oh no, that's Blue Streak.
Oh.
Oh,
And Luke Wilson.
yeah, Blue Velvet's something different. Eraserhead. That's,
Yeah, see, I wanted Eraserhead with this one. And I also said that I'd watch Dune backwards.
That's true. The Elephant Man.
Never saw that.
That's the one where they drop the elephant off from Africa, right? Oh,
That's Operation Dumbo Drop.
Is Dune backwards called Enud?
Yeah.
Enud. So yeah, Mulholland Drive next week. We'll give that a go. It's going to be crazy, isn't it? Oh no, what have I done?
Yeah.
Our descent into madness begins next
It's
week.
going to be a great conversation. We're going to be like,
We go for Monica.
it has nudity.
It does.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write. I'm gonna
We
make
can
that
talk
note.
about that.
What do you know when? Like the time code numbers are of when the nudity is.
No, but as soon as I come across it, if I watch it before you do, I'll call you and give you the exact time that it starts.
I just don't like to be surprised by it.
Time stamped.
I don't like to be surprised by it. I do.
Yeah.
I do weird things if I'm surprised by nudity.
Oh, okay.
What the hell that even means? Next week we'll talk about Mulholland Drive, and so many other things. Who knows what we'll discover in this next week? So concludes another episode of Super Film Quest. Be sure to check us out on Twitter at what is it?
At Super Film Quest.
Oh, that works out well. At Super Film Quest. Or on Facebook, even look us up. We are Super Film Quest, also aptly named. For Josh and Brady, I'm Joe. We're Super Film Quest. Thanks. Bye.
Special Super Film Quest thanks go out to Tiny Spells for allowing us to use their song King Punch run off the album 365 Days. Also thanks to Tune Food for allowing us to use their songs Gray Day and Back Home. People like you make our podcast better.